All right, I'm going to give you a little banking lesson here, a lesson you're not going to get anywhere else. And I want you to know that I do have credibility. I hold a lot of different titles, and one of them is the worst banker ever. So this is what I know I'm talking about. I set up a couple of little dots right here, and we're going to try to do a little bit of an experiment and just repeat. Okay, now listen, I just set this up, doesn't matter, any kind of angle. But what I want you to do is we'll do a little bit of a study. Now you need to do this yourself and figure out for yourself how your table's playing and just get an idea of what's going on here. Now I'm just going to hit this with dead center ball, just medium speed, okay? And look, we hit the rail right about right there, okay? Now I'm going to set these back up. Now I'm going to use a lot of inside English and still try to hit it pretty square. And look where I hit the rail. I hit the rail all the way over here. All right, now the balls are in the exact same place. That's the difference between center ball and inside English. Look, if I hit outside English, I'm trying to hit again just as square as I can. Look at how wide that goes. I'm going to put it right there. Now this is the difference between hitting center ball, choking it up with a lot of inside English, and putting outside English. The balls are exactly the same, in the same place. Now this variance is going to happen also depending on how hard you hit the balls. If I just blast one, look at how much it shortens up. It hit right in here. We already hit one soft. And look at how much wider it goes hitting it soft. Now this one I hit kind of medium. This one I hit even softer and went a little bit wider. So this is what you need to do. You need to experiment. Just set the balls up, try to get put them in the same place and see how much wide a variance there is based on how you hit the ball. Based on the speed, inside English, outside English, no English, draw is different, follow is different. Now why am I saying all of this? Because all the banking lessons that you're going to learn are going to tell you how to calculate this, and this means you're into the perfect angle, and this is how this bank works. If you don't hit the cue ball precisely, your system doesn't mean anything. I can hit the rail. I'm hitting the rail right there with outside English and making the ball. So where you're aiming is worthless if you're not hitting the cue ball exactly where you want to hit. I played a couple months ago. I had the fun, which I've done many times, of playing with McWorter, one of the world's greatest bankers, and he wanted to play bank pool. Huh. And I asked him, you know how many games of bank pool I've played in my life? 0. He's from Kentucky, I'm from California. So he said, but you know what? He says, I think bank pool, and I've known Nick 30 years, a dear friend of mine. He says, I think bank pool is the best way to get in stroke. He says, when I haven't been playing any pool, I want to play bank pool. And the reason is because you have to hit the cue ball so precisely. Oh. If you put any spin on the ball, your air is doubled. So if you're just shooting a ball straight in the pocket, and we're shooting this shot right here, I put a little English on it accidentally, and I go to that side of the pocket or that side of the pocket, you get away with it. Playing bank pool, banking balls, if you're off a little bit, your margin is doubled.
Wow.
So what he's saying is, he gets him to hit center ball, gets him to hit the cue, start getting the cue ball really, really accurately. And that's what gets him in stroke. So what I'm demonstrating right here is you need to experiment and find out how wildly the balls can go if you're not hitting them exactly where you want to do. Or if you do hit them with spin because you're doing it intentionally. So the key is, if you're banking balls, you have to hit that cue ball more accurately than if you're pocketing balls.
Understood. And just to clarify, when you hit the ball harder, it shortens it up.
Shortens it up.
And then when you hit it softer, it widens it.
Lengthens it out.
So you got to kind of find the middle ground.
Right. All right, let me complicate it even more. We're playing on very new cloth right here. That's going to go longer and slide and react a little bit differently. If we were playing on dirty cloth, then the experiment that you perform for yourself to try to learn is going to be very different. We're playing on new polished balls. They react, they go longer, they're smoother. You play on dirty barroom balls, they're going to go shorter and more grabby. So all your banking systems just go out the window. The bottom line is, it's a series of calculations to try to figure out how to bank that ball in. What's the speed I'm going to hit? How much English am I going to hit? Am I going to hit it as accurate as I want? How much am I cutting it into the rail? What are the conditions of the balls? What's the condition of the tables? What's the condition of the cloth? All of these are calculations that have to go into your computer to make you make the right judgment. just knowing that this diamond leads to that diamond is almost worthless information if you don't figure everything else in there. There's so many variables that can cause the ball to be this far off, and they're in the exact same place.
Thanks for clarifying that. Got a banking lesson with Jerry McWorter at Crossroad Cues.